What's up, guys? I'm Chad Barnes, and welcome to the channel. Here, it's all about real car talk, from simple fixes to smart driving tips and keeping your ride in top shape. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you watch all the way through. There's a lot of good stuff coming. Let's get to it.
According to the American classification, these inconspicuous and sometimes single military trucks, flatbed tractors, and wreckers were traditionally included in the category of typical standardized 2- and 3-axle vehicles. All previously described mass-produced vehicles were also included in this category: Studebaker US6, Dodge WC, Chevrolet G40-100, GMC, CCKW 352-353, International Harvester M5-6, and many others. The first all-wheel drive and standardized ones. The birth of the first standardized all-wheel drive vehicles took place in 1928, when the U.S. Army Quartermaster Corps, QMC, began to create a whole range of standard conventional vehicles with payloads from 1.25 to 12 tons, which were simultaneously assembled at several companies. Until 1934, QMC assembled 60 experimental vehicles and armored vehicles. In the 1930s, on military orders, the manufacture of single original standardized vehicles and transmissions was also engaged in the well-known company Marmon, Harrington Rare 2-axle U.S. Army vehicles. As soon as America entered World War II in December 1941, its armed forces were filled with numerous 2-axle four-wheel drive vehicles converted from conventional pickup trucks and commercial trucks, followed by a range of special-purpose vehicles. Unknown all-terrain vehicles from General Motors, 1939 to 1944. Behind the world-famous Army trucks GMC CCKW 352-353, there was a small range of general-purpose paramilitary vehicles with payloads from 500 kilograms to 4 tons. The first and most common were 1.5-ton bonneted trucks ASK 352 and ASK 353, unified with the CCKW 352-353 trucks. They were assembled no more than 2,000 copies. International Harvester M3-4, 1941 to 1944. In 1941, after the creation of M1-4 pickup truck, International Harvester introduced a 1.5-ton truck M3-4 with a metal body and 2 wheelbase sizes, similar in appearance to the Chevrolet G70-100. Chevrolet G70-100, it was equipped with an 88-horsepower engine, 5-speed transmission, and vacuum booster in the brakes. The U.S. Navy received 6.5 thousand of these vehicles. Auto KU 2044, U8144, 1940 to 1945. Based on their Army tractor-trailers, Otocar Company assembled paramilitary trucks, vans, and tankers of 5 variants in small batches. They were equipped with 84 to 112 horsepower engines, own gearboxes, and rear axles with dual wheels, air brake systems, all-metal closed or open cabins with soft top. Oshkosh W709, W712, 1942 to 1944. Today, Oshkosh is firmly established as the world's leading manufacturer of heavy-duty automotive vehicles, but during World War II, it began by building special 2-axle vehicles. The first to appear was the W709 airfield wrecker with a 145-horsepower 6-cylinder engine, a mechanical crane and a semi-trailer. 4 transporting damaged airplanes. 4 7.5-ton dump trucks. W712 was used 190-horsepower chassis W700, on which were also based rotary snowplows with additional power units of 175 horsepower. All 4 wheels of the FWD Company, 1941 to 1944. The world fame of this company was brought by creation in the early 20th century the first workable vehicles with all-wheel drive, which were given the abbreviation FWD, 4-wheel drive, i.e. 4-wheel drive. By the end of the 30s, it had completed the formation of its entire program and was ready to begin small-scale production of 2-axle, bonneted and cab-over Army vehicles, but the military department recognized them as too complex and expensive. Only in 1943 FWD received permission to produce a 4-ton bonneted 88-horsepower truck HAR1 with double rear wheels. It received side aprons instead of doors and celluloid windows, soft top, tilt body and front 5-ton winch. A special feature of the car was a single-speed chain drive in the transfer case with locking interaxle differential. In 1941 to 1942, the possibility of using rare at that time cab-over FWD vehicles with a forward all-metal cab was studied. The first long wheelbase 138 horsepower version YU was equipped with a crane with rope drive from 2 front drum winches. It was tested for loading pontoons, heavy equipment, and paving slabs. The short 100 horsepower CU tractor was used as a skidder. In 1943 to 1944, the FWD company produced the most famous cab-over truck SUCOE 5 to 6 tons category with a new engine, all single wheels, and units from the HAR1 model. The SUCOE Special Artillery Tractor with an open 2-seat cab, 2 forward folding windshields, short metal body and 2 winches, was produced on the shortened by 10 inches base SUCOE. Unknown 3-axle US. Military trucks. Most often these trucks served as 4-wheel drive additions to the military programs of large corporations, belonged to the medium category in terms of production volume and were almost never supplied by Lend-Lease. Usually they were simultaneously assembled by dozens of secondary companies, which allowed to create the largest family of various Army vehicles. Diamond T967 T968, 1940 to 1945. In late 1939, the famous company Diamond T won the competition for a 4-ton military truck and, a year later, began production of the first version of the T967 with all-metal cab and body with longitudinal folding benches. It used a 6-cylinder engine with 98 horsepower, 5-speed gearbox with accelerating gear, pneumatic brakes, and rear bogie with double main gears. In 1941, it was replaced by a lightweight truck T968 with a 106 horsepower engine, 131 horsepower according to the SAE system, externally, differed by a front winch and a new all-metal cargo platform. In subsequent years it was produced in modernized versions T968A and T968B, which since 1943 were equipped with open cabins with canvas top, which allowed to install a turret for 12.7 mm machine gun. T969A evacuation vehicles were mounted on these chassis, refueling trucks, and engineering dump trucks. T972, the production volume of the 967 and 968 family reached 9,000 units. Special long wheelbase flatbed trucks and chassis of the T970 and T975 series were used for transportation of large equipment, pontoons, light ships, vans, and installation of cranes. MAC NMNO, 1940 to 1945. In December 1939, 2 years before the rear-wheel drive trucks were launched, MAC-NR in December 1939, the company MAC signed a contract to organize the production of 6-ton Army trucks. Thus, in early 1940, the NM series appeared with an overhead valve engine with an output of 159 horsepower, 5-speed gearbox, drive axles, with wheel reducers, horizontal stacked behind the cab double-drum winch and 22-inch wheels. Until 1945, MAC assembled 8,300 vehicles of the NM range in 8 modifications, from NM1 to NM8, which differed from each other by engine power, up to 170 horsepower, payload, single or double rear wheels, different types of cabs, bodies, winches, and a number of details. In 1943 to 1945, these trucks served as the basis for a family of 2,007.5-ton artillery tractors MAC-NO with shortened bodies for heavy gun crews. Unforeseen necessity. Unique tow trucks. World War II unexpectedly led America to create a whole new class of repair and recovery vehicles, ROVs, which served for technical assistance in the field and recovery of Army vehicles. They were produced by dozens of small companies, assembling rems on 3-axle trucks with special hoisting and crane equipment. White-666, 1941 to 1945. The history of the 6-ton Army truck White 666 turned out to be rather long and confusing, and the vehicles of this brand assembled at several companies were imperceptibly different from each other. Initially, to take as a basis the weak 4-ton the White 950 by 6 failed, and then the Corbett Company came on the scene, testing its new truck 50 SD6. In 1941, it was hastily modified at White, installing a 165 horsepower engine, all-metal cab, new plumage, heavy-duty bumper, front fascia, and flat radiator with a grille. Only from the next year 3 6s became a real White with a 202 horsepower power unit, a new 4-speed gearbox, main worm gears of each axle and a wheelbase of 4.7 meters. At the height of the war, a number of trucks received an open cab with a soft roof, folding front windows and a machine gun rack. The old twin-drum 12-ton winch was first mounted on the front of the frame, and then, following the model of Corbett trucks, was moved behind the cab. Brockway B666, C666, 194-2, 1945. The main military product of the Brockway Company were extended trucks WWII with the index B666 and wheelbase of 5.6 meters, produced by 3 other companies. Unlike the base model, they were equipped with an open platform with a special 4-ton gantry crane for reloading pontoons, motor, boats, bridge laying, and engineering equipment, less powerful front winch and more durable 14-ply tires. The B666 chassis was also used for airfield fuel tankers, snowplows, recovery, and firefighting equipment. The share of Brockway Company in their production amounted to 1166 vehicles. A special chassis C666 with a single cabin served for installation of autonomous mechanical cranes. The title photo shows a Diamond T969A 4-wheel drive Army repair and recovery vehicle. All foreign measures are converted to the International System of Units. Only authentic black and white illustrations are used in this article. Full-color photographs are by the author. In conclusion, the journey of American all-terrain trucks during World War II is a remarkable testament to innovation and resilience. From their humble beginnings as nondescript vehicles, these trucks evolved into some of the most reliable and versatile machines on the battlefield. Their ability to traverse challenging terrains and support troops in diverse environments played a crucial role in the success of military operations. Today, we honor their legacy, recognizing how these trucks not only shaped the course of history but also laid the groundwork for modern off-road vehicles. As we reflect on their impact, we celebrate the ingenuity and determination that transformed simplicity into excellence. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of a pivotal chapter in automotive and military history.